the one which we were in. And the one that we were in, as you know, is transverse wave, correct? We were dealing with transverse wave and we sought for the motion of particles, and we found that the motion of particle is perpendicular to the. That is what we have got as it, correct, dear?
Yeah.
We took an example of longitudinal wave when we were to define intensity, but we don't know what are the other forms in which longitudinal wave can be expressed. And for that, S.C. Verma comes up with a very interesting example. What he does, he places his ear between two speakers, two synchronized speakers. Is it okay? Suppose there are two speakers placed at a distance of 20 meters and you place your ear midways between them. Is it okay? Exactly midways between them. Got it, yeah? Got all of you? So
Yes.
if I place my ear exactly midways, let's say we are placing our ear at x is equal to 5. So what according to one of the speaker at x is equal to 0, the other speaker at x is equal to 10, and I'm placing my ear at x is equal to 5. So what according to you should be the reading? Shall I hear a sound of high intensity or shall I hear a sound of low intensity? Will I be getting a constructive interference at the position of my ear or will it be destructive? What comes to you, Adesh? Think of the manner in which you are producing wave, because you are speaking of a speaker and a speaker will produce compression rarefaction trail, correct?
Yes.
So, and they are synchronized. So compression from this side, compression from this side, speed being same. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Rarefaction from this side, rarefaction from this side, speed being same because medium is the same. So according to you, from the two sources, you are at the same time to get compressions or rarefaction as they are synchronized, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let me ask Krish. Krish, if
Yes.
there's a particle at the position of your ear, correct, Krish? There's
Yes,
a particle at the position of your ear, and that particle gets displaced to right. Okay?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
okay? Owing to sound coming from left speaker, getting it here? Owing
Yes,
to
sir.
sound coming from left speaker, let us say the particle which was at the position of your ear get displaced to the right. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And owing to the speaker which is to our right, okay, owing to the speaker which is to our right, as the same disturbance is being produced by the speaker but in the opposite direction. Got it, Krish?
Yes, sir.
So what according to you will be the net displacement of the particle at the position of your ear? One is trying to push it to the right, one of the wave is trying to push it to the right, at the same time the other wave is pushing it to left by same quantum, same measurement. So what according to you should be displacement of the particle at the position of your ear?
The 0. So because both left
Yeah.
and right, yeah.
Yeah, left equal measure. I'm talking of they being synchronized. So you'll say it should be 0. And if is the amplitude 0, we are coming from amplitude and intensity relation, correct?
Yes, sir.
We are coming from amplitude and intensity relation. So if is the amplitude 0, what I am to get the measurement of intensity is also 0.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Therefore, what I should get Adesh there? If I'm going by mathematical, being purest mathematician, I'm going by mathematical equation. So what I have to say about intensity, as intensity is proportional to square of amplitude, we have read this the very other day. What according to you will be the intensity measured at that position, at the position of your ear? 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So if intensity is 0 at the position of your ear, then you are not to hear any sound. You will be not hearing. Nothing will be audible to you. Can we say that?
Yes, sir.
Because intensity is 0 there. So I don't think sound will be audible to us. There is no energy associated with sound crossing my ears. Correct?
Yeah. Good.
So it is in no position to vibrate the eardrums, right dear?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is something which is a paradox in a way you can say, because we are in a situation which is complete a departure from what you actually do feel. What you actually do feel, it is a complete departure from. Why I'm saying it is a complete departure from what you actually do feel? Because I'm going by what did Adesh say. Adesh did say that we'll be hearing a loud sound. If we place our ear midways, then we should hear a loud sound, right, Adesh?
Yes, sir.
So this is a departure from what you do feel apparently. Apparently, what is coming to you logically, without applying much of mathematics to it, what is coming to you logically that you should be hearing a loud third. But to contrary, mathematics is not to support you, and to contrary, mathematics is of the opinion you should not hear any sound per se. Alright?
Yes, sir.
Now, which one shall we go? We are in a fix. Which one shall we go by? Shall we go by mathematics, which is what's suggesting known to all of you, or shall I go by our experience? What shall we do?
Sir, our experience.
What did Adesh suggest? Let me tell you, is not limited to Adesh. Whatever he is suggesting is what will be anyone else's observation, whosoever it may be. Got it, yeah? Me,
Yeah.
you, whosoever. If I am to place my ear midway between two sources which are synchronized, then I'm more ordained to hear a constructive interference related energy sound. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am of the opinion that at the position of my constructive interference should take place, whereas mathematics is suggestive of it being destructive. Of course, we are to go by anecdotal evidences. That is what is science, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are to not grow our brain on what should happen. Rather, we are to explain to ourselves why is this into happening. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So anecdotal evidence we cannot be dismissive of, and what we are to hear is energy which is appreciative of there being constructive interference taking place at the position of our ears. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to us willy-nilly, unilaterally, we cannot, whenever we so deem, change from one position to the other position, right? We'll have to justify it, right? Yeah, we cannot go whimsical. Can we say that no, now we are not following this, we are following that? We cannot, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we need to justify it and justify it with logic. So what logic do justify our observation? The logic which does justify our observation being, when you talk of sound wave, when you talk of longitudinal wave, in particular sound wave, then what it is more characterized by, what it is more to be attributed to, I'm talking of energy transfer, is variation of pressure than that of particle. What it is more attributed to is variation of pressure than the particle's motion. Got it, dear? I am not saying that particles are not in motion. Please don't read me wrong. I am not saying that the particles are not in motion. Of course, we are linking to mechanical wave, and mechanical wave, everything is linked on motion of particle, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there are particles which we are ascribing the motion to. There are particles of medium which we are ascribing the motion to. And these particles' motion are to decide. I am going with longitudinal and transverse known to all of you. Correct, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So we are going with longitudinal. But we made a situation which we were not able to justify based on whatever we were carrying. We were not able to justify, because it was a departure from what we were observing, and that being my ear recording constructive interference energy, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we want to come up with some solution, a solution which is rational. And we came up with a solution which is rational. It is not that we are subjecting it to what we are to justify, trying to take the point, somehow driven home. That is not the case. I'm not to drive my point home. I am to satisfy your logic. And that's the reason I'm going very rational. And it being, if I am dealing with longitudinal wave, then I will henceforth say that longitudinal wave relates, any longitudinal wave relates to pressure variation more than what it relates to displacement of particles. Got it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
How can you say so? How can you willy-nilly decide? This is very whimsical of you. You take it to your suit. To which I'll say, no, it is not whimsical of me. It is what we are evolving our argument to. We have evolved our argument to this, and whimsical I could have been if I would have related to a particular longitudinal wave, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it is not about it being related to particular wave. It is, yes, a discovery. You can say that it is a discovery. It is something which was not known to me. Now with my experience to back, I can very well substantiate and reinforce it, thereby cementing my position that yes, for every longitudinal wave, what we do have, we have what calling short dear. Calling short will be pressure much over displacement of particles. Got it, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is what we are evolving, or this is what we are enlightening ourselves with. And of course, every enlightening that we are into will be to justify our observation. And that is what we do in science. Correct, dear? So we are
Yes.
justifying it and we are unifying as well. We are relating it to all the longitudinal wave now. And we are bracketing them all to be related to, henceforth, related more to pressure variation, much more to what pressure variation is to be laid credence than to displacement of particles. So much so that you can be dismissive of displacement of particles. Got it, yeah?
Yeah,
But it
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
doubt.
come back that particles are getting displaced, okay?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Don't go overboard on it. Particles are getting displaced, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if so much is what we are to repose to pressure, as I'm harping on it. If so much is what we are to repose to pressure, then it is incumbent on you to say that why are we then defining displacement as the integral part of longitudinal wave? We should take a break from displacement and go for expression on pressure. Quite incumbent, quite imperative on anyone, right here.
Yes, sir.
It may be a question which I am forcing on you, but I wish I could have got it from you. It will be imperative of any student. Suppose you are saying that no, I am now to define wave not as displacement of particle, but variation in pressure. Suppose you say to anyone, correct?
Mm, yeah.
What will be the person rebuking you of, you know? Immediately the person is to ask you, if it's so, then why will I, to define longitudinal wave, use displacement equation? Imperative or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Instead of using displacement equation, if it has got less to do with displacement, more to pressure, then I should evolve on mathematical front as well,
Mm, yeah.
right? And that is what we
Yes.
are doing today. We are to expression of longitudinal wave. We are to get expression of longitudinal wave as pressure wave. Got it, yeah?
Okay,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
So we are to express longitudinal wave as pressure wave. Write down in your own words, what is the tailing need for it? Is there a need or not, dear?
There
There
is.
is, sir.
Is it possible for us to be comfortable in our skin, being dismissive of the observations that we are in? Of course not. Correct, dear? As we can
Yes.
be questioned, we can be easily questioned on our observation. So we need to justify, and to justify, we are taking a break from the expression of displacement of particle and evolving for the pressure equation. Correct, dear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
The same equation, mind you. We'll be evolving the same equation for the justification of pressure variation. Got it, dear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so please write it down first, a few sentences in your own words, and then we'll go for the experimentation. 1 minute to you.
Sir,
Yes, Vedant.
sir, am I lagging way behind?
Yeah, you're lagging about 2 classes, Vedant. You'll have to refer to YouTube. Vedant, you can check my channel. Okay.
Sir,
Huh.
I have completed, sir, till Maxwell's equation.
Which equation?
So Maxwell's equation. I've completed that.
After Maxwell equations, we have had 2 classes. So you're lagging by 2 classes.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
maybe you'll be able to connect. So better is that you check the YouTube videos, Vedant.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Then
Sir.
you can learn yours. 2 or 3 classes you must have. I presume you have missed 2 classes. Not very sure. You may check. Okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now write down all of you. Let us take. Let us take 2 segments, S1 and S2. Let us take 2 segments, S1 and S2. Now this is very important class. This is being explained in SC Varma, but it's difficult to comprehend there. So try to understand what I'll be writing on board. There are 2 segments which are very close to each other. Got it, yeah? 2 segments which are
yeah.
very close to each other. S1 and S2 are very close to each other. And there are particles which are located on the line defining S1. They are getting displaced by zeta 1. What did I say? They are getting displaced owing to movement of wave. There is a wave generated and wave is moving in the direction shown to our right. So this is filled with water, let us say, and you are producing longitudinal wave. Got it, yeah? So when
Yes,
you're
sir.
producing
Yes, sir.
longitudinal wave, particles of medium water, they are to oscillate in the direction of propagation of wave, correct?
Yeah.
All the particles located on the line defining segment S1, they are getting displaced by zeta 1. Got it?
So there is a little glare on that part.
Yes, sir.
They are getting displaced by zeta 1. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Is
Yeah,
it good
yes, sir.
now? Yeah.
Yes, it's clear now.
Okay. So they are getting displaced by zeta 1, right, Krish?
Yes, sir.
And let me ask you a very simple equation there. If this to the left of, you're all seated in a room right here. Look at the left wall of yours. Okay, the wall which falls to the left side of yours. Correct, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Let us say
Yeah.
that wall is to read resistance 5 ohm. Is it okay? Let us
Yes.
say that wall is to read resistance 5 ohm. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
As you move perpendicular to the wall taken towards the other wall means the wall to your, let us say right now. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Then the resistance is increasing at the rate of 1 per meter. Is it okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Yes,
Resistance
sir.
is increasing at a rate of 1 per meter. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And between the 2 walls, let's say 10 meter.
Yes, sir.
What will be the resistance recorded onto the right wall when you are? What will you record the resistance?
So
Left
50.
was 5. Move from left to right. There is an appreciation, and the rate of appreciation being 1 per meter. Correct?
Yes, sir.
You traverse a distance of 10 meter.
Yeah.
So what is your measurement of resistance when you are onto the other wall? Tell me, dear.
So 15.
How did you get that? What did you do? 5,
Plus
5 plus, tell me.
5
5
plus
plus
10.
rate was multiplied with separation. Say me yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yeah, correct.
Okay. This is what you did. Say me yes or no, all of you please. Getting it?
This is what we did, sir.
Using it. Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what I'm asking you is, from S1 to S2, you have a differential of x distance-wise. Is it okay? What are the differences of x?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you are moving from S1 to S2, zeta varies at the rate of d zeta by dx. Now why I'm using this symbol, please get a reminder on zeta is function of x and t both, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Zeta as we know function of x and t both. I am reading zeta variation only against x. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
That's the reason
Yes,
I'm
sir.
using partial differentiation over here. Got it? I am not interested in how
Yes,
is
sir.
zeta varying at time. My limitation being to zeta variation with x. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that is what I am limiting myself to, then tell me, if zeta 1, not zeta, zeta 1 is the displacement of particles lying on S1, then what will be displacement of particles lying on S2? Follow this. Follow this.
It'll be zeta 1 plus dou x,
1,
dou zeta by dou x
okay.
into x.
Rate of change of zeta with x, good dear,
X.
into x. I'm marking delta x. Is it fine? So into delta x. Got it here?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay to all of you? Please check all of you. Fine?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I've
sir.
taken Q from here, nothing much. I've taken Q
Yes.
from here. So this is zeta 2 to us. Can we say?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Zeta 2 to us. If I'm marking this zeta 2, that is what is zeta 2 to us, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good enough. Now, zeta 1 known to you, zeta 2 known to you. So tell me, where can S1 be now? You will say S1 can be shown over here. Let us say. Is it okay? And where can S2 be? Somewhere over here. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Let's say zeta 1. Let us say that I had a read zeta 1 is equal to zeta 2. Suppose zeta 1 is equal to zeta 2. If zeta 1 is equal to zeta 2, then the separation between the two white marks will be intact. Correct?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Separation will be undeterred. Why? You said by whatever is the first segment to displace will be followed by second segment. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
In that case, there will be no change on volume. Yes or no? Volume encompassed by the segments S1 and S2. Got it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There will be no
Yes, sir.
change. Subject to zeta 1 being zeta 2. If they are different, which I am taking over here, because for me, there is a difference between zeta 1 and zeta 2, and that differential is of d zeta by dx, partial differentiation of zeta with x into delta x. Getting it or not, dear?
Yes, sir. Getting it, sir.
So this is the differential on length. Can we say that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And this differential on length, if you multiply this differential on length with cross-sectional area, alpha is a cross-sectional area, the tube is uniform. Is it okay? This tube is of uniform cross-section area. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
What is the cross-section area taken by me?
Yes,
Alpha.
sir.
Got it, yeah?
Yeah.
Now tell
Yes,
me,
sir.
is this not change on volume? Is this not change on volume? Mind you,
Yes.
what was the initial volume? Initial volume encompassed by S1 and S2 being this. Agreed? Agreed. Check it out here. Very important these. They are of great import. Initial volume encompassed by segments S1 and S2. What was it? It was delta X into alpha. Am I clear on this?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. What is the volume encompassed by it now? Whatever it may be, which you can find easily. I was interested in knowing what is the increment or differential on volume. Maybe increment, maybe decrement. We'll get to it later. For now, what is differential on volume? Can you tell me what will be differential on volume? Was zeta 1 equal to zeta 2, differential in volume would have been 0, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Then he just
Yeah.
said whatever was initial, which is this, will be the final. And here, as zeta 1 is not equal to zeta 2, we do get a differential read, correct, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And that differential read in volume is this to us. Agreed, all of you?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So please write that down. This is the change in volume. This is the change in volume. Which one? Which one? This is the change in volume. Which one? Divided by actual volume. Which one? Divided by actual you say or initial you say. It's the same. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Which one? Divided by actual comma initial volume. Gets us. What will it get us, dear? All of you?
So it's so
What will
you
it get
get
us?
you
Tell me.
get
Visible?
dou x dou zeta by dou x.
Okay, so it gets us this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Gets us this. Please remember, this is nothing but delta V by V. Can we mark it? Can we mark it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
Yes, sir.
sir.
nothing but delta V by V. Remember it. This is delta V by V to us. I'll be using it right away. Delta V by V, change in volume by actual volume. This is what we get. Change in volume by actual volume. Fine. We define a term, write down. We define a term. We define a term, bulk modulus of elasticity. We define a term, bulk modulus of elasticity, which is defined as, now symbolic representation is beta or k class, okay, beta or k, and it is called bulk modulus of elasticity. How is it defined? It is defined as stress by strain. Now what is stress? Stress is force per unit area. And what is strain? Strain is change in volume by actual volume. Actually, strain can be measured in length. It can also be measured on area. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
We are measuring over here on volume. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So called volumetric strain. Volumetric strain means change in volume by actual volume. Take it as a cursory reference, okay, dear? Don't worry, we have to study and detail it later. So as of now, I'm into an oblique reference and take it on face value, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is this to you? This is a physical quantity which is called bulk modulus of elasticity and is nothing but force by area, which is nothing but pressure, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Force is normal, and over here, force is normal to area. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
We take component of force, which is normal to area for pressure, right? Yeah. I
Yeah.
think is there. We
Yes,
have
sir.
dealt it in weight. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So pressure divided by change in volume by actual volume. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And if you take a cue from subject chemistry, you will be able to say that pressure and velocity are inversely proportional to each other for constant temperature and ideal gases, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In that case, to give a positive connotation to bulk modulus of elasticity, we preface the right of equality with a negative sign. What did you?
Oh, yeah.
Bulk
Okay.
of elasticity cannot be negative. And if pressure is to increase, volume will decrease is known to you, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ionization, contrast relation, to make it positive, I preface it with a negative sign. So there is a precursor of negative. Is it okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So remember how you define bulk modulus of elasticity. And from here, I go in defining pressure minus of beta or K into delta V by V, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. And we know that delta V by V is nothing but d zeta by dx, correct? Yeah? Partial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Partial variation of zeta with x. Got it? Yeah? Getting it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Direct questions being asked. It has happened once on this one. Direct in IIT question was asked. Please be very wary of this equation. D zeta by dx. And let me write zeta for you. All of you are aware of zeta can be marked as a sine of the angle omega t minus kx plus phi if you want. If not, to keep it simple, we can mark it this way, right?
Yes, sir.
You can take plus
Yeah.
phi. I don't have any reservation. Is it okay? So I'm
Yeah.
taking it this way.
Yes, sir.
A sine of the angle omega t minus kx. And then we'll ask, what about partial derivative of zeta with x? Any one of you? Can you differentiate it partially and let me know what you'll be getting?
We'll be getting this one.
Ts constant, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You tell me what will I be getting? You have seen this, by the way. You have
Yeah,
already seen this one. Tell me what will I be getting?
We'll be getting minus AK.
Minus AK
The
cos
cos
of the angle.
the angle omega t minus k.
Kx, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we get it as BAK cos of the angle omega t minus kx. BAK cos of the angle omega t minus kx, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. And
Yes, sir.
there was pressure. Even if you choose not to establish wave, even if I choose not to speak, there is certainly pressure around us, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So when we are talking of displacement wave, we are generating displacement which corresponds to movement of wave, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When
Yes.
displacement wave, then I am generating the displacement. There was no displacement of the cork piece, remember?
Yes,
Till the
sir.
time it dropped the pebble, there was no displacement. It was happy in its skin. The state it was enjoying was of rest, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Disturbed it by dropping pebble, correct? Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So we can say that displacement is generated courtesy R energy or R render. Can we say that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is being generated courtesy R efforts, R render. But the same we cannot say for pressure, right? Yeah. You speak or
Right,
not,
sir.
you try to generate longitudinal wave or not. There is atmospheric pressure around us, correct?
Right.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
it is quite high. It is quite high. So when we are discussing about pressure wave, then we cannot get it near to anywhere zero. If we are getting it near to anywhere zero, we are suggestive of a place where exists no air. It is in vacuum, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In vacuum, you cannot establish longitudinal wave because you are bereft of particles. Got it here? As you are bereft of particles in vacuum, you cannot establish longitudinal wave. Correct here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So what do I say over here is to generate is different from being beneficiary of what was already into existence. If you are generating, you are free to associate a zero to what you have generated as you have generated it, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And if you are beneficiary of what was into existence, it is that wisdom just dawned on you and you are now aware of it, but it was very much into existence. In that case, you cannot get a free hand. You cannot get the value of zero to it. Why? Because it was there and it will remain there, correct? You speak or
Yes, sir.
not, atmospheric pressure was there and will remain there. Therefore, we are not to take this as the absolute value of pressure. It will be wrong of us to say we are measuring pressure. If we are taking this as pressure, then we can easily say that that pressure will, for some value of time and x, be read zero. It can be read zero or not. It can be.
It can.
So will it be change in pressure?
Yes, dear.
So will it be change in pressure then?
Yes. So we cannot say, and on this only question was asked. That's the reason I'm lengthening it. A direct question in IIT was asked on this. They ask you a question about what will be P, what will be maximum value of P, what will be minimum value of P. And majority of them wrote that minimum and maximum will be, as you can see from yourself, see for yourself, BAK, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, below. As the equation is suggestive of, what will you write? You will write that maximum will be what to us? BAK. And mind you, the equations used in book is all the more to add to confusion because they write it this way and you can check it. They write P is equal to P naught of P max cos of the angle omega t minus kx, right? Yeah. They will
Yeah.
write it this way, all the more obfuscating it. They write it this way, all the more obfuscating your concepts. And that being, this is certainly as per this equation, this will be maximum value of P. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is all the more into muddling our concept. And it does. And if you write it to be BAK, you are wrong. Why? Because you assume that you have generated pressure. You assume that owing to your speed, owing to your voice generation, pressure got changed. No, it is not that way. Pressure is getting changed, but you didn't generate it, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we are to read it as is, as said Krish, not pressure, but variation in pressure. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
We are to read it as not pressure, but variation in pressure. So remember this. We will be writing it this way. We will be writing it this way. We will be following this notation. But every other time this features, what you have to read it to be is not a manifestation of pressure, but a manifestation of difference on pressure. Am I clear?
So what would be the answer to that question, sir? Which the
I'm coming to that. Dear, first on this. It will be difference on pressure, correct?
yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once you know difference on pressure, once you know difference on pressure is equal to BAK. Once you know that delta P is equal to BAK, delta P maximum, right here.
Yes, sir.
Then you know what be pressure. Then you know what be pressure because delta P maximum can be either positive high or negative high, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So what about delta P max? Delta P max will be P plus minus P naught.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Delta
Yes,
P
sir.
max you are talking of, right? Yeah. And you are
Yes,
to
sir.
factor in, you are to factor in atmospheric pressure. Say me yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you write it as P plus minus P naught, you get the answer for what will be minimum pressure and what maximum. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And that is what was asked. Okay. Okay, dear.
Yes,
Few
sir.
more is it okay, Adesh, Vedant, Pratyush?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now few more observation here. Observation number 2. As we said that we will be justifying by mathematical equation why is there a rank departure of my observation from what mathematics is suggesting, right dear? I began with that premise, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. It is being justified over here mathematically. Displacement, sine function. Pressure, cos function. Got it?
Yeah.
Displacement,
Yeah.
sine function. Got it? Yeah, check it out.
Yes, sir.
Displacement, I went ahead with which function? Sine function. And I ended getting pressure as cos function. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What then we can say? What then we can say about their phase relation? There is a phase difference of pi by 2 between cos and sine trigonometry. Correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if one is high, the other will read low, right?
So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reading zero. By high low, I mean zero. Okay, actually by high low will be negative positive, so don't get confused. If one is reading zero, the other will read either maximum or minimum, right dear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
In any of the two cases, maximum or minimum, can I say if one is suggestive of zero displacement of particle at the position of my ear, then the other is suggesting maximum displacement. Agree?
Yes, sir. Agreed, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Can we to the left, to the right here? I'm not going there. Is it okay?
Hmm.
That is not where
Yeah.
my question lies. My question lies on displacement quantum. If one is
Sir.
to suggest zero displacement of particle at the position of my ear, then the other will suggest maximum displacement of the same particle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And which will suggest what now is known to you, right dear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If this is suggesting zero, then this will suggest maximum, right dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That explains our observation. That explains our observation. If I take displacement wave, if I take displacement wave to lay no credence to, if I am saying that displacement wave is to call short, then I'm going wrong because what is the observation more related to is pressure than displacement, right dear?
Yes, sir.
And then you will ask, because you will not let me off hooks, you will ask, why is it so? You will ask, okay, mathematically justified. Observation also being justified. But why is this? Why, when I'm talking of longitudinal, I am to repose more faith on the pressure wave than the displacement wave? You will ask me of it, to which the answer will be very biological. And that is, you are talking of eardrums, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You are talking of vibration of eardrums. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And vibration of eardrums, very organic, will relate more to variation of pressure. Correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
What will
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
relate more to? Will it relate to displacement of particle near to it, or will it relate to variation of pressure? Your call.
Variation of pressure.
That's the reason we are laying more credence to variation of pressure. Got it, yeah? This is a very
Yes.
important note that you are into making. Please don't make light of it. Much of our schematic diagram will depend on how conversant you are on representation of longitudinal wave as displacement and pressure. And I presume you are known to that they differ by a phase difference of pi by 2, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wherever one is zero, the other will the other will be indicative of higher quantum. Clear, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So two takeaways for now. As of yet, two takeaways. One, don't get dissuaded. Please don't get dissuaded by what is used to mislead you. Is it okay? That's a
Yes, sir.
misnomer. Writing it as P is a misnomer. Okay? We can see through it. Correct? Now we can
Yeah.
see through it. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And second, when you are asked anything on how are the two related to each other, your answer will be pi by 2. There is a phase difference of pi by 2. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you which one is leading? Which one will lead? By lead, what I mean, which of the event, variation in pressure or variation in particles position, which of the two events will take place first?
The one.
Which
So
of
you
the
get.
two events, displacement in position or variation in pressure, will take place first? Think about it.
Is it
And this
pressure?
can be a question even in the bracket simple harmonic motion. This can be a question even in the bracket simple harmonic motion. There also they can ask you which of the two is leading, velocity, acceleration, or which of the two simple harmonic motion is leading. Or for that matter, one simple harmonic motion shares what relationship with other simple harmonic motion. They can ask you, and it is no rocket science, very simple it is. Bring them. If there are two, bring them. If there are three, whatsoever the number, bring them all in one trigonometrical function. Got it, dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
Bring
your
them
voice is
all
echoing.
in one trigonometrical function. Got it?
Yes, sir.
For example, if this is sine, then I try to bring pressure also in sine. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Then
Your
I will
voice
try
is
to
echoing.
bring pressure also in
Yes,
sine.
sir.
If I want to bring pressure also, if I want to bring pressure also in sine, what I'm trying to bring first all in same trigonometrical function. If I try to bring pressure also in sine, then I have two options. What are they? One, I can write sine 90 minus this, the argument. The other, I can write sine 90 plus this argument, correct? Very
Yes, sir.
important this, particularly for those who are in 12th. They will be using it in alternating current. Okay, in no time we have to go in alternating current. Pratyush and Krish will be using it there as well. Got it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can be a redo then if you pay heed over here. Now, what did I say? You can present cos omega t minus kx as sine 90 plus omega t minus kx or sine 90 minus omega t minus kx. Correct, yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Because sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, sine 90 minus theta is also cos theta, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, which one shall I take and why? Because my answer is linked on which function you are suggestive of. Are you getting it? My
Yes.
answer will depend on which function you are suggestive of. Are you asking me to take sine 90 plus this or sine 90 minus this? By this I mean the argument. This is the argument. Got it? That is what is
Yes,
called
sir.
omega t minus kx. Tell me what shall I and why? Now, what shall I and why depends on when I will find the difference on phase, then I should get rid of omega t. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will find, what did I say? When I will find difference in phase. And difference in phase again. Going back to basic, what did I write this as? Remember? Phi 1, remember or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Remember.
Okay, and the other one was omega t plus kx. I wrote phi 2 for it. There was
Yes.
delta as well. By the way, in this there was delta as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So will it be
What
you
was
have to
phi
take
1 and
90?
phi 2? What are phi 1 and phi 2? They are individually called phase angle. And what is phi 1 minus phi 2 or phi 2 minus phi 1? Phase difference, correct?
Yeah. So will you take
Yeah.
90 plus kx minus omega t? Because then if you take difference, the omega t will get cancelled.
We write BAK sine of the angle and what you are what is your invalue? Yes,
So
Chris.
90 plus omega t minus
I'm
k.
going by Chris's innuendo. Chris's innuendo being we take it as sine 90 plus omega t minus kx. What is Adesh's innuendo? Your innuendo, Adesh?
Sir,
You subscribe to what he has said or not?
yes, sir, I do. Yeah.
Okay. And I
Sine
think he
minus
is
x,
he
sir. Yeah.
is he is to be reposed on. I think I will have to give in there. Why so? Because when I'll find phi 2 minus phi 1, I'll get rid of omega t, right, Krish?
Yes, sir.
And that is what the purpose of phase difference is. I need to pick on the equation which will liberate me of omega t. And why do we require liberation from omega t? Because phase difference is a constant quantity. It cannot depend on time. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So to make it independent, we go by this equation. Now you can say which one will lead quickly. Which one is leading, pressure or displacement? Which one is leading? Come on, yeah. Which
This
one
one,
is
pressure.
leading?
Pressure.
Pressure.
Pressure leads displacement by what angle? By what angle? Come
Pi
on,
by 2.
yeah.
The pi by 2.
Pi by 2.
Pi by
Pi
2.
by 2 radian. Pi by 2 radian, correct? It
Yes,
leads,
sir.
pressure leads displacement by pi by 2 radian. Am I clear on this part, class?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
so one small one doubt.
Yes.
So can we do it like this? If they give only for 2, so can we draw the graph of sine and cos? And cos is already has completed half, right?
Hmm.
So that means
No.
pressure will be leading.
No. That depends, Krish, on which function you are beginning with, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You can't thrust your point down someone's gullet. That no, it will be sine function.
Hmm.
It
Yes, sir.
can
Yes,
be
sir.
any function, right, Krish?
Sir.
If the person begins with cos function, he'll end up getting sine function over here, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So it is now to be broad based, and that is what we are doing,
Hmm.
which is be whichever the function till the time they are harmonic, we can show and we are that they will have a differential of pi by 2. Every other time pressure will lead displacement by pi by 2. Got it?
Yes, sir. Agreed, sir.
So first will vary pressure, which is to be, of course, followed by displacement. Clear?
Sir.
Okay, so I'm keeping only 1 hour class today. Tomorrow, you will please update me with your availability. I am accordingly to juxtapose. What is it? Adesh, showcase? Get me the
Sir, I've school
details that you are
3.
having as well. Because if you say till 4 o'clock, this will be the problem.
I've
Fringes that
school.
you are having, I want to know something on the fringes, like 1.5 hour gap, 1 hour gap that you have of
Sir,
break
I
or
have school. Oh, sir, my break is from, I have 1 hour break from 12 till 12, from 12:25 to 1:30.
Yeah, what about Krish? Are you free in this period, Krish?
So 12:25 to so no, sir. I'm free from 1. No, I'm free from 12. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I'm free. I'm free from 12:15 to 1.
Okay, Pratyush, showcase, dear.
Sir, I'm free from 2.
No, 2, that's fine, dear. 2 is the end of the school. I'm talking of intermittent time.
Sir, intermediate time only there is half an hour break from 11 to 11:30.
That is what is fixing. That's okay. Okay, fine. In that case, let me check and accordingly I'll update. Now, for 12th, I'll be starting in 1 minute from now. 11th, you can take a read of whatever we have studied today, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
So I'll
Okay.
revise it. It's a bit what do you call lengthy to. I'll revise it once.
Yeah, it is to be revised.
So on Saturday,
Yes, Vedant?
so on Saturday there was a class on kinematics or waves.
Today, what it was on Saturday?
Sir, I
Krish?
think
There
kinematics.
was
No.
kinematics.
So I guess I have left only one class.
No, you've left 2.
I
No,
have
no, you have 2 classes.
so I have caught up with one class.
Acha, so you have missed 1 class. Then one class check on my page, check on the channel. You will be getting it. Yeah, no
Yes,
issue.
sir. Yes.
Thank you, 11, 12th. I'll be back in a minute or two.
Sir, 1 second, sir. So just
Yes,
before
yes.
I have a question, sir.
Huh.
So, my mom was planning to take these. You get these books, no, sir, for FITZY and resonance. I was asking, so which one is better, sir, in terms of package?
What question package or theory package?
The question package, sir. They have packages online, so I thought I'll just buy one and keep because to solve it.
Yeah, FITZY, you are getting resonance also. You are getting. So why do you want to buy?
Okay, sir.
You're getting all the packages over here, dear. Don't
No,
worry.
sir. For maths and chemistry, sir.
Keep the other side of your table so that you can refer. In that case, I suggest go for resonance.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.